And Micah, it's happening here at the Avalon. Sanders took the stage before a pretty strong crowd, and boy, were they energized.
The American people are sick and tired of hearing about your damn emails.
Thank you. Me too.
Fresh off Tuesday's first Democratic debate in Las Vegas, presidential candidate Senator Bernie Sanders arrived in L.A. for a fundraising reception at Avalon Hollywood, where supporters lined the streets. Inside, the self-described Democratic Socialist addressed the crowd on central issues in his campaign: wealth equality and immigration reform.
This is not a meeting. This is not a meeting around some rich person's dining room or living room where people are putting in $100,000 into a super PAC. This is a people's meeting.
The Vermont senator, who's running as an independent candidate, tried to build momentum from last night's debate, especially against frontrunner former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Sanders has managed to chip away at Clinton in the polls thanks to the ongoing controversy involving her private email account during her time at the State Department. But the former First Lady is still leading the pack on her way to a possible nomination. Sanders' supporters are still rallying behind him. Will he have any trouble at all with the power player here? Many would say Hillary Clinton.
Time will tell.
He is for the middle class and the people that don't have a voice these days in politics.
I really feel like the young people of today are ready for some action, for some movement. We're seeing the results of previous decisions from the past generation, so, you know, we're ready.
And you're seeing a live picture now inside the Avalon Hollywood, where Sanders is still speaking to that large crowd, several hundred in attendance. We were trying to get an exact count regarding the estimates there, but one thing we heard repeatedly from the people who spent hours outside the Avalon lined up waiting to get inside was that they wanted to hear him talk about immigration reform. That's a centerpiece of his platform. And they also just described him as a really relatable candidate who speaks for the middle class in changing the spectrum here when it comes to the shift in wealth. And so we'll be interested in hearing what their take is on the event once they exit the event in a few minutes. And as for the agenda for Sanders, before leaving L.A., he'll be making a couple more public appearances, including a stop at the Ellen DeGeneres Show. For now, we'll send it back to you in the studio, Micah.